Was in the way.
How's that light in the way? Oh, I was like, what?
Like I didn't realize it was in the shot. All right.
Noob.
I got a notification saying we're live.
I did too. Look at that.
Gotta move that mic because that's not going to work.
We have 5 people in here?
Yeah, looks like we got 5 listeners already.
Hello.
What's
Good evening. Yes.
Well, that was quick. So we were just having a discussion, and we'll fill you guys in on this in a minute. But we were just having a discussion that said that if we had 5 people, we were going to do something. So
Yeah. It'll be towards the end though, so you got to still stay.
yeah, you still have to stay. So
Say hi, whoever is on here.
Yeah.
Let us know who's all here, because it doesn't show us.
Yep, doesn't tell us who you are.
Nope. I wish it did. That'd be nice.
It would be nice, but it's all right. We could use the engagement in the comments.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Quit it. I don't know what I'm wanting to do either.
Also, the reels that we posted to say that we were having this podcast did okay in views.
Yeah?
I mean, we don't have a ton of followers.
No.
But I posted one on TikTok.
Oh?
And in like 30 minutes, I had 100 views almost.
All right.
So that's pretty good.
Oh.
So anyway, if you guys were here last time, we had a giveaway for the Squatch Juice.
Yes.
Because this was a new thing for us.
We should have had like...
No, it's not. It says we have 0.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe we didn't have anyone.
I don't know.
We get out.
Is it possible? Let me see. Quit. Oh, come on.
Well, this would be really boring for whoever's listening later in the beginning here. Anyway, while we're waiting for people to show up, I will go over how that reel did. So it wasn't even real. It was a picture. I posted a picture. And I got 96 views and then it stopped. So.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why won't it let me share our link?
I don't know.
Maybe if I do
it. Let's see if we have audio. Yeah. We got audio.
Okay, there we go. All right.
So. Anyway. So 96 views on that post. If you guys would be here right on time, the beginning of these episodes wouldn't be so boring. So.
We can just start talking about it, and if they show up, then we'll do our plan, and if they don't show up, then I don't know, either we just save it for another time or end up not doing it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if we don't have 5 viewers by the half-hour mark, we just don't do it.
That works.
Yeah. If we don't have the 5 viewers, we're not going to do it. So Anyway, so last week, or it wasn't last week. Last week we didn't do an episode because I was in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the week before we had our introduction to the fact that we are working with Squatch Juice.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So this isn't a sponsorship; it's a partnership.
Right.
Right. And so right now, one of the best ways to support the podcast is to go to Squatch Juice's website, order something, and use code HELM10. That's H is in hotel, E is in echo, L is in Lima, M is in Mike, 10, 10,
Mm-hmm.
to get 10% off of your order. That is the best way right now, or one of the best ways to support the podcast. So check that out. Your dog's outside.
I was like, what is that?
Your
My
dog.
dog. He's a boob.
Anyway, so that's one of the best ways to support the podcast. If you don't know what Squatch Juice is, strongly recommend you check them out. But we gave away a shaker bottle with an energy sample pack. So this was just a quick, here's an introduction to it, your chance to win, easy peasy.
Yeah, and the way that you would win the giveaway is you had to go to Squatch Juice's website, and their logo.
It's one of their logos.
It's one of their logos. There's Sasquatch is standing, and he's kind of like standing sideways, and he has like his arms out, and there's a little like Easter egg within the photo, and you had to figure out what that Easter egg was.
Right. And your stepmom figured it out.
Yes.
Yes. So the Easter egg was?
There is an Idaho in the center of Squatch Juice's leg.
Yes. Between his legs, there is the shape of Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an Idaho company. So very proud of that. But anyway, so that was what the Easter egg was. She found it. She let us know. She won the giveaway.
Yep.
She didn't want the shaker bottle. She just wanted the...
Yeah, she was like, when she asked, like what all was in there, she was like, well, yeah, I'll take, like all of the Squatch Juice. She's like, but I have so many shaker bottles. I need another one, like a hole in the head. And I was like, okay, all right, sounds good. And so she tried the Squatch Juice, absolutely loved it. And so she wanted...
What's up, Colbert?
Oh, hello. So she wanted to do where she didn't want the shaker bottle. Obviously, we already have our own shaker bottles. So she told us to keep that one. And if we get our people... Hi! If we get our people by our 30 mark, then we will do a little game. And
we'll give away the shaker bottle.
Yeah.
We will give away the sample of energy, and we'll do hydration.
Yeah.
So they will get
both,
all of the flavors of both of those. Now there is another one that's like because it's energy and focus, hydration, and then enhanced focus.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any of the enhanced focus. We didn't order that because the only flavor it comes in is pina colada.
Yeah, I mean, granted, obviously I want to try it, but the difference between the energy and focus and the enhanced focus is the enhanced focus doesn't have the caffeine.
That's what I'm assuming. Like that's what I read.
Yeah,
I was getting by reading the ingredients.
Yeah,
there may be some other differences,
but that was the one that just like stood, and I was like,
yeah,
I need that caffeine.
But we have a meeting with them on Monday.
Yeah, and we'll go over. We'll get more of our.
We'll go over that and kind of get more of a rundown on that.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can get 5 people in here at the half-hour mark, we'll do the giveaway. If there isn't 5 people in here at the half-hour mark, we're not going to do it.
Nope.
Hello, Salem. But anyway, giveaway until the end of the show.
Right.
So the 5 people.
Want to test this out? Then stick around.
Yeah.
And hell, even for you people who are local, well, I mean, we'll just deliver it to you.
Yeah.
We won't have to ship it to you. We'll just bring it over.
Nope. And
if you are watching, well, I guess we didn't discuss that part.
If they're watching but they don't have an account, so they can't
Yeah.
comment, well, then I guess they should have created an account.
Technically, Crystal doesn't have an account.
Well, last time it was to comment on the
I guess
TikTok
that's
video.
fair. That's fair. Okay.
So this one will be, you have to comment on the video.
All right, fine.
But we'll play that
That's
later.
obviously because we're playing a game. So,
So anyway, obviously the name of the episode was Close Encounters.
is
Close Encounters. So we talked about it last time we did an episode.
Before we start talking about Close Encounters, don't you want to discuss your little
Getting into it. Slow down. So anyway, we talked about it last time we did an episode where we had some close encounters.
Hey,
What's up,
Fatal.
Fatal? We got 6 people. Looks like we'll be doing a giveaway.
I'm one of them.
You can't win.
I didn't put my glasses on, and so
Stomach looks so dumb.
I don't feel good. I actually think I might have gotten a little food poisoning earlier. And it was literally like we had lunch, and it was like 40 minutes after eating lunch.
It wasn't even that.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna vomit. And like I was literally driving with my head out the window so the wind would hit me. And I have been wrapped up in a blanket. I instantly came home, put on comfy clothes. I was all sorts of done up and looked cute and everything today. And I was like, nope. So I currently have a heating pad wrapped around my belly because I'm like, okay, but I'm here, guys.
So anyway, we talked about Close Encounters last time and how we do an episode on that. So this is where the get-up comes in.
Okay.
So we had an order. We placed an order with a company that's out of Montana for some new holsters.
Mm-hmm.
So you got one that was meant specifically for women.
Yes.
I've got one called the Guide.
Sorry if
so
that was really loud on your guys' end.
If you take a look, I have my binoculars on. Actually, underneath my binoculars, I'm going to scoot up so you can see. Underneath my binoculars, I have my holster and I have a knife. So this is obviously adjustable. It also clips. Oh, I came unclipped. It goes to your belt, and then it holds it so it doesn't flop.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There's some panel. There's a panel here. Hi. Anyway, so there's a panel here, so you can hook more stuff up to it. You can adjust the holster. You can get different shells for different models.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked this one. You can also choose your colors.
Because mine's a pretty blue.
I picked safety orange. And
I just wanted mine pretty.
I wanted this one because it's meant to go underneath your binoculars. My binoculars obviously sit pretty high. This sits pretty low, which is what I like.
Yeah.
But it's very convenient. You can adjust the cant so you can get your different angles.
Yeah, because when he first put it on, like that was perfectly vertical, and so like he was like trying to take out, and he was, or that's what I meant.
Perfectly horizontal.
So he's like,
it was not easy, but now it is. So
and it clicks in place and it holds it.
It does. I tested it. I loaded the magazine fully, and then took it and shook it really hard.
Yeah.
And then also with the knife, obviously it's Topps knife. This is the Fieldcraft 3.5, one of my favorites. So I enjoy it. But there's another cool little thing too. We're not working with this company, but UltiClip. So like I said, we're not working with them, but they make this system called it's a pinion. It's UltiLink. So it's got a pinion and a lock, and you can adjust how you want it to sit. And there's just a little thing you pull up, and it locks into place. So if you want it sideways, if you want it vertical, and you can attach it to just about everything. So do the holsters come with hot sauce holders? They have a hot sauce holder.
They do. He's actually looked at
it, but
but he's actually looked at it to carry around his hot sauce.
I have, yeah.
So his, as you saw, Clint's sits down lower. I didn't want to put mine on because So mine though, when wearing it, I got a chest holster, so it'll literally sit like right there, and my knife sits right here. Again, a tops knife, so it's like in there. And then,
Need that top
or I guess
deal on
actually
tap. You're right.
it goes sideways, not straight up. It would
Yeah,
sit
yours
like
sit
that.
like that.
And so I'd pull this way. And then my knife that I put on is my Idaho Hunter. Is actually my first tops knife. And I do love this knife.
So
I like how I have such a big knife on mine, and you're like, here's my knife. And I'm like, here's my knife.
now, Invader Concepts also makes what's called the Blade Lock, which is what's on the first tops knife I ever had. So the way this works is the sheath on the knife has holes. Typically, a Kydex sheath will have the holes.
Yeah.
So it just screws in, and there's slots there to attach it, and then there's screw holes here. The inside of this is actually the rough side of Velcro,
Mm-hmm.
and so it can go on a pack strap or on your belt or wherever you want to put it, but it's secure. So I put my Quickskin on that, and I was going to put it on my hunting pack, on the belt of my hunting pack.
So the big reason why we wanted these, we have on multiple occasions had some pretty close encounters.
Yes.
You know, but I mean, at least for me personally, the closest encounters have been with non-predators, but I have had plenty of close encounters with predators. And having yes, you always have your side piece on you, but having it what's in the Dr. Pepper? Actually, that's an excellent question.
Yes, you have Dr. Pepper in there.
I have a Dr. Pepper in here?
Yeah.
I have Dr. Pepper.
So
That's why I keep him.
Also,
it's Dr. Pepper in the Dr. Pepper fridge.
we also have a
yeah.
coupon code for this. I got us a coupon code for these holsters.
Is that why you're also wearing your hat?
No, I just like the hat. I really like the hat. I don't remember what the coupon code is, though. I texted it to you.
Well,
2 Dr. Peppers. There are 2 Dr. Peppers. There's also 2 beers in there.
yeah.
So
one's not enough. I really have a Dr. Pepper problem. I'm not going to change it. But
anyway,
yeah.
So the reason that the holsters were such a big deal for us, is because we have had some very close encounters. And the close encounters have been mostly mild. Like, we've never been attacked.
No, we've never been attacked. And it
seemed like we were going to get attacked.
There's been some close ones, and granted, with one of them, could we have easily avoided that situation? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But of course, anybody who knows us, they're like, oh yeah, that story makes sense. That's how you two are. So, but and even before we had these, we always have our side pieces on us. We have our, our packs and everything else. But a lot of the times, they get covered with all your other gear. You either have on other jackets, or you have on other packs, or you have, and so you don't have.
What's in the jar next to the fridge? I'm surprised you can see that.
Damn, how good is our camera?
It's good. It is moonshine.
Is that why we have the shot glasses next to there?
That is why we have the shot glasses next to there. It's actually for the other podcast. But
I was like, I'm not touching that crap. What flavor?
It's apple pie, and Emmy actually gave it to us for you to drink.
Okay, well, yeah, it's an apple pie. So you're going to save it for the other one?
Well, I didn't think you were going to drink all of it.
But it's apple pie.
Yeah. It is apple pie.
And you were going to give that to them?
Yeah. I was going to let them have some. So the discount code, I finally got it. Helm Hunts, all one word, all caps. You get 10% off plus free shipping on orders over $125.
How much are these?
I think they almost qualify.
Okay.
So, Helm Hunts, all one word.
Okay.
Yeah, great camera quality, almost as good as the beard quality. It should be a compliment, but I'm really self-conscious about my beard. My mustache, I'm super proud of my mustache.
But see, he says almost as good, which means your beard quality is better than the camera quality.
That means the camera's garbage.
Shut up. You have a new patch coming on, sir,
I
that
do.
literally says his beard.
So patch wall is growing, by the way.
Yeah, we got some new ones coming.
We are all over the place with this, aren't we?
We are.
Anyway,
That's kind of it tends to happen with ours, though.
yeah. So anyway, we've had some close encounters. We slightly touched on one last time, but I don't remember which. I think it was the archery dude.
That was the one
So
because that's what gave us the idea.
so
It's
we
nicer than mine too.
we were, was it our first or second year together?
It was our first year together because that was the first time that I went out with you and you
Okay.
took that photo of me.
Yeah. So
walking out.
Stormy has this shirt. It's a black shirt with bright orange letters
Mhm.
that say Taylor Targets on it. Anyway, so bright orange Taylor Targets letters. And if you know archery, one of the things that you want to do is blend in, right? Which I'm not a huge proponent of camouflage.
No.
Obviously, like take it or leave it. Pretty much, motion means more to me than anything. But
But yet you have so much camo.
I do, but none of it matches. None of it's
That's
like,
the part that drives me nuts about you is that your camo doesn't freaking match. If you're gonna wear it, wear the same patterns.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, so and it was like the middle of the day. We were hiking up for
When we got up there,
the sun was up before we got in there.
but just we had barely we literally got in there right after sunup.
Okay, so
Like we got in there late, yes, but we got in there like right after sunup.
yeah, so we got in there. You had a blue cup, like that color of blue, right? And
I needed coffee.
we're hiking in there, and it wasn't a far hike. Like we were not far.
I think I
from
was
the
in
road.
tennis shoes too.
I think you were in
And
jeans.
jeans.
Yeah. So
Super good hunter guy.
anyway, I turned around because she broke a stick or something, and I was like, and I just looked at her and I was like, "You do not look like you belong here at all." Like it is. The thing is, though, is you know how to hunt,
Mhm.
right? You know what you're doing.
Mhm.
You just wanted to be there with me,
Yeah, because it was just archery season. I don't archery.
right?
And so I was just like, oh, I'll go sit with you.
Yeah.
And I even asked you though, in my defense, I showed you what I was gonna wear. And you said that was fine.
That's because it was our first year together. When I'm going to be like, "Oh no, you need to dress your camo." Like,
Yeah. You know I hunt. If you were like, baby, in any other circumstance, this outfit would have been fine. But for this, like I'd really prefer. Like, you know how to word stuff most of the time.
anyway,
But
so we get up there, and we get up next to this patch of trees, which kind of helps hide us a little bit,
Mhm.
hides our movement a little bit. It's a patch of Quakies. We get, like we're just looking around, waiting for some deer to walk through. It's a good little draw because the deer walk through it all the time.
yeah, so like the area that we went into, just to kind of give everyone a visual, is there's a mountainside and it drops down into
A creek bed.
a creek bed. And I mean, there's just trees and bushes and whatnot. So we walked in down the center, and there was a big, honestly, like really big bush is what we nestled back into.
No, we were in Aspens.
No, we weren't. We were in a bush. That's
No.
how I kept getting my sticks.
You kept getting it. Okay. Anyway, I remember there being white trees, but anyway.
There were white trees behind the bush.
Okay. So anyway, we're sitting there.
Who had the TBI?
I did. But anyway, so we're sitting there. Well, I wasn't sitting. I was standing. You were sitting there drawing designs with a stick in the dirt, playing with a leaf, seeing if you could pick all the leaf fragments out, but leave little twig pieces in it. I don't know what else you were doing in there, but I'm sitting there and I can hear like branches breaking. I can hear like stuff moving, but it could have been a squirrel. Like, it could have been anything.
Mhm.
Right. And at the time, Idaho offered either sex archery.
Yeah.
Right. Now it's not so easy to get that, but at the time that was, and we hunt for meat.
Yeah.
So it was whatever came in our way,
Mhm.
we were fine with. So we're sitting like, I'm glassing, you're goofing off. And I look down and you're just like bored. So I sit down next to you.
Yeah.
Right. And it was no joke. I sit down, I turn and look at you, and I see you playing with a stick.
I was,
Or
yeah,
playing
I
with a
was,
leaf.
no, I was drawn in the dirt.
Yeah, you're drawing in the dirt. And so then I'm just kind of like looking to see what you're drawing. And I mean, you couldn't have been 3 or 4 strokes into your drawing, and I hear some twigs breaking. So I look up and I don't see anything. I was like, it's probably a squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
And so I keep looking and I hear it break again, but it's getting closer. So I look up and there's nothing. And so I just keep looking that way. And the sticks breaking are getting closer and closer and closer. And I had a 9mm for you.
Mm-hmm.
You were holding the 9.
Mm-hmm.
And well, it was in your lap.
Yeah.
And I have the bow in my lap. And the sticks are getting closer, like the stick breaks are getting closer and closer. And so then I see ears. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's a deer. And so I'm just like watching them. And they just keep getting closer and closer. And you're still just drawing with your stick in the dirt. And so I look over and I was like, look up slowly.
Okay, but like obviously you had to have been watching him for a minute though, because so I'm sitting there drawing my stick, right? And he says that, and so I stopped, left my hand where it was, slowly raised my head. This doe was closer than Clint is to me.
Mhm.
Like I could have literally just been like, boop, and touched her nose. Why'd you let it get that close and not shoot her?
Well, because I was afraid that if I moved, I was going to scare her.
That's fair.
Right.
I was.
She was locked into that drawing.
It was.
And so she looks up slowly, and sure enough,
Yeah, and this deer and I are just in the staring contest. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is how they felt in Jurassic Park. Don't breathe, don't blink, don't move. And she's just like looking and kind of like does the held tits, like her little ears twitch and everything. And I'm just like, oh my God.
so
And yeah, slowly just turns.
yeah. Well, then she just kept getting closer.
Yeah.
She got so close that she actually came up. Now, deer and elk, they get really spooked by scents, right? If
Mhm.
they wind you, they're gone. Well, this deer smelled my bow and then licked the cam,
Mm-hmm.
right? That cam has to smell like people.
Right.
And she licks it.
Yeah.
She licks my bow. And that's when I'm like, screw this. So I got up. Or I know I went to get an arrow.
Yeah, you grabbed an
I
arrow.
grabbed an arrow. And that's when they all take off running. I was like, all right.
But although they honestly didn't even take off that fast.
They didn't, but there was
Like,
4 of them.
Yeah, there was 4. And like, yeah, like, she kind of like jolted back and they kind of like trotted off. Like they didn't like, because if a deer wants to, like you'll see them and then poof, they're gone.
Well, and 2 of them ran into the trees next to us.
Mm-hmm.
One of
Yeah,
them,
they ran towards us. They went
Yeah,
behind us.
They went behind us, but it was thick trees.
Yeah.
So there's no way we could have found them.
Oh, hell no.
One of them went across the ravine, over the hill, and just gone. And then another one ran directly in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was within archery range.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I look at my bow and realize I don't have my whiskers, and the whiskers make it quieter. And so I was like, you know what? We're going to take a shot and see what happens. Draw back and I'm go up.
She runs straight in front of us. And then, because there was a ridge or hillside, and she stops right at the top of the hillside and turns broadside.
Yeah,
and
turns
it's just
broadside and
looking
looks
at
at
us.
us. Long
And she
enough
just stands there.
long enough for me to draw and aim and let go of an arrow. And when that bowstring hit, that smack,
Mm-hmm.
she ducked and ran. And she was gone before the arrow got there.
Yeah.
Right. But we went over there and looked, couldn't find the arrow, couldn't find any blood,
Yeah.
couldn't find anything. Did the ethical thing. We looked for a while.
We did, yeah, because afterwards I went and I walked through the trees just in case. Because after it hit that, the deer that were in the trees ran off and all that. But we just wanted to be sure where there was noises all over. Like I went through and I walked through.
Yeah.
Those.
So that was a pretty close encounter with the deer.
Yeah.
Right. And so we've had multiple close encounters.
Yeah.
So there was another one. What was that? 3 years ago?
Let's see. It was before Fin. Was it before the boy? I don't think it was before the boy.
I think it was. So it had to be
4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So
I like how that's our determination of
Right.
time.
so we were hunting with muzzleloaders,
Mm-hmm.
and we had an elk hunt, same unit,
Mhm.
same area. And there's a really good spot that we go to. We're not going to say names. Sorry. But anyway, so there's a really good spot that we're going to.
Wait, are we doing the day before or day of?
We're going to do day before.
Okay.
So the day before, we get dropped off at the top of the hill. This was during COVID
Mm-hmm.
because we got our butts chewed.
So then it had to be before the boy.
Had to be 2020.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because when we were in the truck, we had to wear masks.
So anyway, we get dropped off at the top of the hill. And now the way this works is you get dropped off at the top, and then you have to hike across the ridge line. And then you have to go to the next ridge and then start walking down and then follow along the hillside and go across.
Mm-hmm.
So
And that's where you get picked up.
and then you get at the very end of that, it drops down and there's where the road is. So it's a pretty decent walk, especially when there's snow.
Yeah.
And the snow was halfway up to my knee.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a good 8 inches of snow
Yeah.
in the trees. So anyway, so we're walking that first day.
Mm-hmm.
We get over the hillside, get over the ridge. And as we're walking over, you're at the right spot because when you walk over, there's a fence.
Yep.
The fence is private property.
Yep.
Right. And I had my sportsman's package. So I had a deer tag, an elk tag, wolf tag, mountain lion tag. I had all of it. Right. So we're walking, and there, as we're going down, we see the fence, and then you turn at the fence, and that's how you know you're on the right hillside, and you just keep going.
Yeah. And at this point, we're walking together.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like literally side by side walking.
Well, because we had seen, because we walked together until we got to the ridge, and then you went downhill.
Yeah.
You went downhill, and we started walking across. About the time we got to that private property fence, I had seen wolf tracks everywhere, and so then I whistled, and I had you come back up to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and so then, or we kind of met like halfway.
Yeah. You motioned for me, and we kind of met in the middle.
Yeah.
And you were in front and I was walking, and that's when you told me like there's wolf tracks, and I was like, uh-huh.
Yeah. But
Right.
like I know how you hate when there's signs of predators.
I do, but like not when I'm alone. Or like not when I'm with someone, I mean.
Okay.
Like if I'm alone, I wouldn't even stayed. I would have like hightailed it back out and like walked back just down the road that we got dropped off on. Like, hell no, I'm out of here. If I'm with people, then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't know, have big dog energy. And I'm like, so what if there's wolf? I got this, it's fine. Like,
So anyway, I saw the wolf tracks. And then so we met up, we started walking, and as we're walking, you saw an elk.
yeah, you had gone a little bit ahead of me, and you were scanning around, and I could hear shuffling and sticks breaking and like just commotion off to my right hand side. And I looked over
Downhill side.
Yeah, downhill side. And I look over, and they're just cow elk just hauling it right past us.
Yeah, she literally came towards us.
Yeah.
And mind you, she's moving too fast for us to take a shot.
Yeah, because we have
for me to
muzzle
take a
loaders.
shot, Yeah, I'm definitely not great with the muzzleloader. So like there was no way I was going to take that shot.
If there wasn't so many trees, I would have. Regardless of her speed, I would have had confidence in that. Like my favorite is to freaking hunt antelope with a muzzle loader.
Yeah.
Like,
but for me,
I'm fine with speed. It was the trees that prevented me because I didn't have a clear like shot of her, because it was constantly like brown spot, tree, brown spot, tree. And I'm like, I don't want to risk that.
Yeah. And so we actually went down to where our tracks were, followed them. They went into that private property, jumped the fence, went into the private property.
Yeah.
So we turn around, come back, and there's wolf tracks in her tracks.
Yeah.
So now we know why she's running.
Yeah.
Right. And we're like, okay,
we're going to change the direction that we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
We moved. We actually went uphill.
Yeah. We went up and over another ridge, and we didn't see any signs the rest of the day, and finished off
we
our
finished
day
up
there.
that hike and
walked out and all that. Cause we walked out actually in front of the truck and had to walk back. And Papa was like, why'd you come out there? And we were like, there's big puppies up there.
Yeah. So
we had to move.
So this wouldn't be the close encounter. This is just leading up to the close encounter.
Yes.
So the next day, because we'd seen the elk there.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't see the wolves.
No,
we just saw the tracks.
Yeah.
So the next day we decided we're going to go back to the same spot,
Mhm.
get dropped off at the top of the hill, work our way over. As we're getting over the ridges to get to where you start to go downhill and go across and start side hilling, there are crows and ravens and magpies, and they are making a commotion, and there's a ton of them.
Yeah. Well, and at this point too, the wind was in our favor that day.
Yeah.
And it was blowing towards us.
Yep.
And the smell.
Oh man.
Like
anybody who has ever hunted elk,
yeah,
you know that
anybody
smell.
who has hunted,
Yeah, you know that smell.
knows that smell.
Yes.
And
They're
so
just little puppies who just want a little pet.
I know I would love one. I would. It would honestly, like, guaranteed, if I ever get killed by a wolf or a bear or a mountain lion, know that I got in a couple hugs. Because guaranteed I'm going to be like, this is how I go. Come here.
So anyway, we go back to that same spot. The crows, ravens, the smell.
Yeah.
I mean, it was intense.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that as we're coming up, we see a ton of crows.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, this is ominous to see this many crows. And I'm
It
like,
was honestly, because as we're walking up, so it's kind of an opening, and we're near the private property, but we're on the public part.
Mhm.
And but it's honestly a lot of it's open. There wasn't a lot of coverage,
Mm-mm.
but there was like a single line of trees that led into the trees, and like then again opening, and then there's a big tree right on the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like a little hill.
Yeah, it was just a tiny little knoll.
Yeah, a tiny little just bloop. And like as we're walking up, you could, because it had snowed,
Yes.
and you could see the tracks, the drag marks, the blood, like even before we fully got over that little knoll, like we were like, what are we gonna find?
Yeah.
We're finding something.
And like I said, the birds were just crazy over there.
Mhm.
So as we got over, they were literally gathered on one spot, and so we had to go investigate. We had to see what all these birds are up to.
We're gonna be those people that die in a horror film because of that crap.
Probably. But as we get over there, all the birds fly off, and there is a cow elk.
Yep.
Just dead, frozen, not eaten.
That was the weird part. But so many tracks.
So there were over a dozen wolf tracks, different sizes.
Different sizes. There was one big, he had to have been the alpha.
There was a lot of tracks there. So
I don't know if you remember that one.
I do remember
But
that
because
one.
you went over and you put your hand, and he was wider than your hand.
yeah, he was a big wolf.
He is huge. And I was like, so we should go?
So but we're sitting there, and we're like, well, there's a dead cow.
Yeah, and it was obviously only from last night.
It was from last night, but I didn't want to haul out because they did get the guts, but that was it.
Yeah.
They pulled the guts out, but left all the meat.
Well, but she did have a lot of like that was where you could tell she had been like munched on, but she had a lot of like gashes and marks.
She did. Like she
so
put up a fight.
Oh yeah. Like, so you didn't really know the integrity of any of the rest of her.
Right. But we did know what was in her.
Yeah.
We knew that there were ivories.
Yes.
Okay. So this story is going to take a turn. So hold on. So we're sitting there, and I've never at this point pulled out ivories.
I have.
I know you have. I have never pulled out ivories. And so you're trying to tell me how to take a stick and bust them out of their head.
Mhm.
Could not do it. She's frozen solid. We were struggling.
Well, so we'll back up a little bit, because you had told me you had never done it.
Mhm.
And like, both of us, like, yes, like when we go on our hunts, like obviously we want to fill our tags, but at the same time, we're not those kind of hunters that's like, no, we're out here hunting. Let's like move your ass. Let's go. Like, anything like that. So I was like, you know what? Like, go ahead. You bust them out. I had both of our side pieces since
both of our pistols.
Yeah. You gave me yours. So I was
Dual
dueling.
wielding.
And I was like, since we were in a fresh wolf, like kill, and I was like, you work on those. I'll keep a look. Like I'll watch.
Yeah. And so I'm trying to bust these out. I am struggling hard.
Yeah. He's over there fighting and, trying to get at it. And I had my back to the private property side because, well, the cow elk is in front of me. All those tracks, they all led back into the trees. I wasn't watching behind us.
Right.
Well, I hear movement behind us.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
No, I know you didn't. And so I'm like, are the birds back?
It was not a snake.
Honestly, I am deathly afraid of snakes. I think I would have preferred that. So I turn and I'm looking, and of course, at first, I don't see anything. I'm like, okay. And so I kind of like turn again. I hear movement again. I hear branches. And I'm like, how is there branches? There's a bunch of snow on the ground that's covering the branches. There's only one tree behind me. So I turn back around and I look up the tree, and all I could see was the tail hanging, swishing. And I was just like, oh crap.
Right. She doesn't tell me this either.
I did too.
Not then.
I did too.
You didn't say it so I could hear you.
No, I sat there and I went, honey, as you're over there, just, God damn it, just, channeling out that inner diesel mechanic. Son of a, and so finally,
You got fed up and we switched.
I didn't get fed up. I got scared.
Okay. I was scared and we switched.
Yeah, because I was like, I determined, I'm like, hey, like, they move quick. They're stealthy. Like, yes, I've spotted it, but honestly, it wouldn't take, it was a thicker tree. Wouldn't take much for it to, move around. And then I'd be like, shit, where the hell did that thing go? And so I turned around and I said, hey, let's swap. And you were like, no, I can do this. And I was like, no, there's a key in this tree behind us.
You didn't tell me that at the time.
I did too.
No, you didn't, because we didn't discuss it until we got to the clearing.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. And the reason I know that we did is because you were determined that you wanted to get out the ivories. And I said, no, I would feel better if you held the gun and I'm going to get these out.
No, because...
And, well, I'm getting there. And you said, why are you wanting to move so quickly? And I went, there's a cat.
No, that's not how I remember it. I remember...
Who at the TBI?
But I remember, the way I remember it is you were going and I said, honey, you should hurry. And you finally busted them both out. I
didn't bust them out.
We have them.
Yeah, we have them. I broke the jaw.
Yeah, you finally got them out. Well, you got the jaw out.
Yeah, because you were sitting there. Because at that point, then instead of just facing me, you stood sideways.
Well, that's because I spotted it.
Because I told you. I said, look for the tail. And yeah, and so I'm now over there because at first I tried to just get him out so I wouldn't have to break the jaw. Because, and the reason too that I know I told you before we got to the clearing is because then we started making jokes of, we only want the teeth. You can have the rest of it. It's okay. We just want the teeth.
That's right. So,
and you were like, just stay there, kitty. Like, I only want the teeth. You can literally have all the meat. We won't take anything else. You're not going to eat the teeth anyways. Like, we're like bartering with this mountain lion.
Which obviously didn't care we were there.
No.
The tail's just sitting there flicking in the trees.
Yeah. But let's see, I popped that jaw off and I was just like, go.
We booked it out until we got to a really big clearing.
Yeah, that was like decents away.
At the TBI, it's wild to pull out. Dude, I had a gnarly TBI the year this happened, actually.
Yeah.
So.
It is, trust me, I say that to him all the time because he'll be sitting there and arguing. I'll be like, oh my God.
I had a TBI in 2020 and it was gnarly. So,
but yeah, so I got the jaw. And then as we got into the big clearing, then we got the teeth out, left the jaw there.
Yep.
And we were like, let's go. But and then we went back to where we had gone the previous day.
Yeah. And we didn't see any elk.
No.
So.
But no more kitties either that time.
No more kitties. So that was good.
Yeah. That was not my first encounter with kitty either, nor my last.
It was my first one. I think it's my only one with a cat.
Nope.
Yeah, but wolves on the other end.
Yeah, see, you have more encounters with wolves, and
I've had 2 up there.
See, and I've never, I'll see signs, I'll see tracks, I'll see all of that.
But I've had 2. One time, again, muzzleloader hunting.
Mm-hmm.
I found a bowl that had a spring in it. I'm sitting there, and at the top end of this bowl, there's a bunch of branches and stuff from when they would log up there. So it's just these piles of branches.
The first place we're going to do married?
Yeah, it was up there. Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway, so I'm sitting there all by myself.
Yeah, tiny.
I'm sitting there all by myself and muzzleloader hunting. I see something just moving across the hillside. So I look up and it's a wolf just going across the top. So I pull up my muzzleloader again, had a tag, pull up my muzzleloader, and I go to shoot, and my muzzleloader goes click. And when it goes click, the wolf stopped dead in its tracks and looked at me. And I'm like, I don't know if the wolf's going to run or if it's going to come, but it's going to do one or the other. And so I had a 45 long Colt with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled out the 45 long Colt.
Oh, but your 45 long Colt was not on you.
No, it was in my possible bag.
On the ground.
Well, I was sitting on the ground.
I'm just saying, hence now.
Yeah. So anyway, so I reach over and I grab that. And as I grab it, it turns and it just starts walking off. So I pull up my pistol, and that's when it took off running.
Yeah.
And then the other one was actually not last year, but the year before. We drove. I was with my dad, and we had actually driven like all over that area. Yeah, that kind of come. So we.
He just sat there with a puppy treat, a little biscuit, and said, "Here, puppy, 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 here."
Anyway, so then that not last year, but the year before, we were driving by, and there's private property, bunch of cows in there, and
You love cows.
I hate cows. Anyway, there's a wolf coming through the creek bed, and I wasn't driving, but I tell them stop. There's a wolf, and they're like, where? And so I show them where the wolf was. As the truck stops, it takes off, and they're like, well, you couldn't have shot it anyway. I was like, I bet you money, the person that owns that pasture would have not cared one bit.
Would have probably been like, thanks. You want to go get some more?
That wolf.
No.
That wolf was huge too. Both of these wolves were huge.
Wasn't that first one black?
No, the first one was white. They're both white.
I thought one of them was dark. Was a darker shade.
They're both white. So, or gray, I guess. But that other one, like that second one that I saw, that was massive. God help me if I find a wolf in the woods. I know it's not my friend shaped.
I agree. Dude, same. I want a wolf. So actually growing up, I had a part wolf dog. Her name was Echo. Massive dog. And I loved her. She was so protected. We, like us kids, we knew that if we were in trouble, if we were outside and we got in trouble, one of us would just run and let Echo out, because none of the parents, if they were raising their voices at us and like coming towards us, Echo would get in between and just snarl. And she tackled a couple of them to the ground, just baring teeth. And we knew it was no different than the kids calling D's.
Yeah.
But like, oh, I loved that dog. She was gray and white. She had like the full like wolf like hair. Oh, she was beautiful.
I've had the chance to shoot two of them now.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have a hard time like actually shooting one, just because I would think of Echo.
Oh no, not for me. I'm like, that damn thing's gonna kill so many animals. I am doing everything.
Well, yeah, no, like that. If you were to, I wouldn't be like, why did you do that? I'd be like, get this, like I want it on the wall. Like,
I want one, but it'd be miserable in the state. Bro, getting a wolf anywhere is miserable. Unless I lived in a meth area. Well, don't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've had the opportunity for a couple of wolves.
See, like I said, like mine were kitty cats.
Yeah. So
my first encounter with the cats, I was, I'm gonna guess 12 or 13. I'm gonna guess 13. I think I was 13, because Gagey was hunting, and it was me, Gage, and Nana. And I had shot a small buck, and unfortunately I didn't do a kill shot. And so, we're like, all right, we got to get him track this. So Nana, me, and Gage, we all got out and we start tracking it. And he had a good like trail that we could follow. And so we're following it, we're trucking along, and he's zigzagging, going all around. And he did one big circle, and we're coming back. And I remember Nana and Gage were walking in front of me, which, like, as I think about it, I'm like, why wasn't I in the front? Like, it was my deer. Like, shouldn't I be in front? Whatever. And I was like, I kept looking up at them, looking at the tracks, looking up at them. And I'm looking, and they were like looking more up. Like Nana was looking ahead at the tracks, not at the ones on the ground. And I'm looking as we got kind of almost like full circle. Or it was past full circle. And
yeah, it's fair. California, bro.
Yeah. And I looked down and I was just remember going, Nana. And she was like, instantly was down. Shh. I was like, on the ground, there was the deer track, our track next to it, a kitty cat track. And Nana just looked at it, looked up at me, looked at Gage and went, get back in the truck. You're going to have to find a new one. I'm out and like, of course, because apparently I have no sense of, I don't know, danger, or because I was other people, I was like, it's fine. I walked a little more just because I was curious, like, did it just kind of pass through? No, it had track. It was tracking us as we tracked the deer. And so I was just like, enjoy it, bud. Like, went off. And then my most recent one was actually this last year. I had gone up deer hunting and decided that I was just going to go. There's this really big opening that we know that the game like to cross. Both deer and elk, mainly elk cross there, but deer cross there too. And so we went up to this crossing, and it's a big, like, honestly, just random open area in the middle of these mountains. And then you're just surrounded by mountains. And I was up with my grandparents, and so they dropped me off. And I go and I just decide, like, I want to go sit underneath one of these trees. And as I'm walking out there, I just, like, you get that, like, tingly feeling of, like, I'm being watched. And at first, I was just like, my grandparents are out here. Like, it's probably just my grandparents watching me, But as I got more out there, like, it changed more into that, like, this is an unfamiliar being watched, like a danger being watched. And so I kept looking around. I couldn't see anything. I didn't notice anything. And so I'm just sitting there. And so I go and I sit underneath this tree. And the entire time I didn't stay there very long. I sat there like, well, actually, you called me while I was at the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And it, like, I was just, I was like, you know what? Like, I don't like this. Something is off. Something is wrong. I'm going back to the truck. So I go back. Well, the next day, I had to go back home, come back home that night. My grandparents were still up there. So the next day, my grandparents happened to go back out to that same spot. And where the spot is, there's cell reception.
It's literally on the other side of the hill from where we ran into the kitty.
Yeah. So yeah, my grandparents went back up there, and my Nana, like, I'm at home, and also my phone rings, and it's my Nana. And so I answer, and she goes, you know that tree you were sitting in? I was like, yeah. And she's like, well, we're back up here today. He's like, okay. She's like, there's a big Tom just pouncing around out here. She's like, I'm guessing he's chasing a mouse because he's pouncing in the snow. He's just, she's like, big old Tom, big old mountain lion. And I'm all, oh.
The amount of times, though, that we've seen deer crossing that hillside, though.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen deer and elk cross that hillside a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, like, we saw does when we were up there. We didn't see any.
No bucks.
No bucks, yeah. But we saw does.
Yeah.
But I was just like, okay, well, I guess thanks, Kitty, for not eating me yesterday, because apparently he just decided to sit there and be a peeping Tom.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We've also had run-ins with more non-predator animals, too.
Yeah.
So you've had a run-in with moose, and so have I.
Mm-hmm.
So mine, again, archery hunting. Same unit, actually. I got to quit hunting over here. It's going to kill me.
I think actually all of my encounters are in that unit.
Yeah. Majority of mine. Actually, all the ones where I was close enough where it was uncomfortable, they've all been there. So.
Oh, no. One of mine is not.
Okay. But anyway, so I was archery hunting up there. Deer and elk. I was up there solo. This is before we were together. I had a little cab over.
You were up there before?
But yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I was a little farther north, but not by much.
It's my area.
Anyway, so I had a little cab over camper.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was, sleeping in there. Wake up. Didn't have a four-wheeler or anything. Didn't want to drive that truck all throughout the mountains with that camper on there. I also didn't want to take the camper off. So I just started hiking from where the truck was.
Mhm.
So I'm hiking not too far from the road, but a little ways away. And there was this little dip in the road, or dip where I was walking, and there's a big bush. And I heard something on the other side of that bush. And so I grab an arrow and I knock it because I was like, I got a deer tag and an elk tag. And it's both either sex, whatever comes out of here. Like I'm gonna whip it. I'm gonna sliver whip it and I'll call it good. And so I got the arrow knocked and I'm sitting there and I'm kind of waiting and I can still hear it moving. I'm like, okay, well, there's just a bush between me and whatever this is. Right. And I'm like in this dip, I was kind of downhill on the hip. And so I worked my way towards that, like the very bottom of it.
Mhm.
And I was actually going to work my way around that bush and see what I could see. Well, as I get to the bottom, a cow moose comes through that bush. Right. And to give you an idea how close we were, right, I could see like the whites of the eyes.
They don't have white.
They got a little red piece right here. It's like pinkish. It's scary as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she came charging out of there. And I fell with a knocked arrow. And I cut myself on my leg. And at first, I didn't realize that I had cut myself.
No, yeah. I'm pretty sure the last thing I would think of is if you cut yourself, I'd be like, I'm about to die by a damn moose.
Yeah, but this cow moose comes charging out of there. And I'm like, I don't have a pistol. I don't have bear spray. I have a bow.
Oh, so you have a history of being unprepared.
Yeah.
Got it.
I have a bow. And I'm like, and a knife, and a knife. And so I'm like, I guess we're just going to have to see if we can get this arrow just into her if she comes after me. Just spear this arrow. And so I'm just sitting there and she just takes off. And I'm like, oh. So then my heart's just beating, like it's pounding out of my chest. And I was like, that was so invigorating. And so
Mine was not invigorating.
And so then I worked my way around the bush. Obviously, there's nothing there because I might have screamed like a little girl. And I get around the bush, and then my sock gets wet. And I was like, "Was there water in there?" And so I turned around and went back to where I was. There's no water.
No.
No. And so then I'm like, "Did I piss myself?" And so I'm like pulling my pants. No. And as I'm pulling my pants down, I see a hole in my leg, like in the pant leg. I'm like, when did that happen? Because this is a brand new pair of pants. And so I look at it, and
You're sure you haven't had more than one TBI?
So I look at it, and there's a blood just drip down. I was like, oh my God. And so I pull it up, and there's just a gash across my leg. And I was like, oh, hell. All right. So I had a bandana. I tied the bandana around it to keep it from bleeding anymore. And then I just kept walking. So
God.
I was. And then when I told other people about it, they're like, you did not. And I was like, no, I just cut my leg for shits and giggles. No, I damn near got ran over by a cow moose.
Yeah, see, mine with my moose, I was, we were actually up camping. I wasn't hunting on that one. This one I was camping. I decided to go on a 4-wheeler ride with my grandpa and actually,
Hate to get run down.
I was actually with Cheyenne, and it was me and Cheyenne on one, and then Grandpa was on the other, and we were following Grandpa along on the 4-wheelers through the chills. And Grandpa rides 4-wheeler like you.
Old man?
No, he's over there just wah, wah, and you're just like, oh my God. And so yeah, we're trying to keep up. Well, we're going down this road, and he goes, and then like in between him and I, this cow moose just burrows down this hill. And so I just hit the brakes, like damn near went over the handlebars. Like both me and Cheyenne are just over, and I just stare at her. And like she was a little past, and I'm like now frozen because like my grandpa's on the other side, and I'm like, do I go towards her? Do I like somehow move fast enough that I go backwards and head back to camp? Like, what do I do? And Grandpa's all of a sudden, like, I don't know, my ears work or my brain starts registering, and Grandpa is yelling at me to move my ass. And I realize that she's like snorting and hitting the ground. And I'm just like, shit, like, I don't have time for reverse. So I full throttle and just go zoom past Grandpa, like, and he follows. We get away a little bit. And like, how I didn't pee my pants, I don't know. Like, I was shaking so bad. Both me and Cheyenne were crying. And we were like, what the hell? Like, why was she so mad? Like, I don't understand. And Grandpa's like, did you not look to the left? And we were like, no, the big ass moose was on the right. Like, I didn't look over there. Her baby was on the left. Her baby was on the other side of us. So we were just in between a mama moose and her baby. It's probably fine. They're not, protective or territorial at all.
No.
But yeah, that's my.
It's close encounter, man. Like, I don't know. I think having the holsters, I'm gonna feel a lot safer.
Yeah, for the ones like out hunting, like the ones I've experienced, I guess for the bear, except for the bear. I mean, technically, I was out on a hunt. I wasn't hunting. I was out with them. But other than that, like my other ones, like I haven't been out hunting. So, I mean, but like, if you're out in like bear country or anything like that, like it's always smart to carry something with you. Like I usually do have something on me.
Usually we do. And I mean, granted, like we aren't carrying around 10 millimeters, which we probably should. Something a little bit bigger.
Yeah, usually mine is for my 9.
Which, for the most part, where we're going, I shouldn't say for the most part, because a lot of times we're in the area with grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're not there, everywhere else we go is just black bears.
Yeah, but if you think for half a second, this is the only gun other than like my main one. If this is my only side piece that I'm going to be carrying, you don't know me.
But
I don't like just a 9.
I know.
People can walk into a damn hospital after being shot with a 9 just fine. What do you think a damn bear's going to do?
Mm.
A stick would do better. Or whatever, a knife, whatever he used on that one show.
You're talking about The Revenant?
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently that works just fine. I mean, he got a little banged up, but
a little bit, yeah. Like almost died.
You almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
No, close only counts in horseshoes.
Same diff.
Anyway, so
but like, for one of the bears with when we were up camping and it was nighttime and a bear came into the camp and woke us all up because my brother was asleep on top. And
on top of the trailer.
On top of the trailer.
On a top bunk. On top of the trailer.
Yeah. You're staring at the night sky. You crawl up to the top and you just sleep on top of the trailer.
Yeah.
Well, he either could do that or share a bed with one of his 3 sisters.
Sleep on the floor, bro. Is this the trailer that we currently own?
No, it was Nana and Papa's trailer that they had like 4
we don't have
trailers.
A ladder on our trailer.
No, it was like the Nana and Papa's trailer like 4 trailers ago.
Okay.
But yeah, woke us up because it was trying to climb the ladder because Gage could hear rustling around camp and had peeked over and the bear saw him. And it woke us up because the bear was shaking the ladder. He was shaking the trailer. And we were just like, what the hell? And Nana was like, Gage is up there! Gage is up there! And I think, I don't remember who was sleeping because we also had a tent pulled up and there were people sleeping out in the tent. And I just remember Papa opening up one of the windows and saying, and just yelling out to not make a sound, don't move, no, nothing. The bear's in the camp. And then like all of a sudden, like Dad's got everybody showed up, but bear ran off.
See, I've never had an encounter with a bear.
I've had 2. Yeah, because I've had that one. And then my other one, it was Gage, my dad, Papa. I think just those 3 had a bear tag. And so they had all gone up. And me and Nana, I don't remember Sadie and Maddie, maybe Sadie, Maddie, and Crystal were there. But anyways, the girls had all stayed at the camp, and we have our radios on. And all of a sudden on the radio is my dad yelling at us to get on the 4-wheeler and to start going up a trail that's next to us, because the bear is headed up that way, so to try and cut her off so that it keeps her in the area that they're already in. And so Nana and I hop on the same 4-wheeler for some reason. I don't know why we didn't take 2, but whatever. And Nana has me drive. And so I hit the throttle and start going. And I see the bear coming, and she is heading straight for me and Nana. And I just told Nana to hang on. And I mean, Nana little, she's just teeny tiny. That woman has got a grip. Like, I was like, hold on, because she just, and that bear just headed straight for us, and both Nana and I just start yelling and shouting and everything. And I mean, like, I don't know how the bear turned the way that it did, but like, it was coming, and then just turns, and then we were just going parallel for a little bit. And then there was, my dad honked the horn, and so I got to the side. They got in front of us, and I still stayed, like Nana and I stayed with them. And that's when Gagey was riding on the tailgate, and that dad hit a bump, and Gage had his rifle in it, like sitting down in his lap. And all of a sudden my brother's rifle goes off, and you hear the ka-ching, and I just break, and Nana's screaming, "Oh my God, Stormy, oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine. Are you okay?" "I'm fine." And there's a bullet hole in the front of Papa's 4-wheeler. Yeah. We paused for a second. And then it was, put your damn gun on safety. And back after the bear we went. But seriously, like, even the bear paused, because we could see her when my dad and Papa came over to check on me and Nana. We could still, and because Dad kept telling me, he's like, "If you're not hurt and you're not bleeding, you keep an eye on that bear." And I was like, okay. Like, just kept watching her. But
Your dog wants in here so bad.
Well, he's not allowed in here.
He's not allowed in here. He'll knock over
Everything.
the camera. He can't knock over the lights anymore.
No, but he can knock over your table too.
He could knock over my table. You're right. Not that any of these guys care, but the lights are no longer on tripods. So
I mean, Colbert might.
Colbert might care. I no longer have tripods for my lights. Now they are all hung on the wall. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm really happy about all the cool things that I've got for this. And I keep getting more stuff. So
I know, every time you're like, "I'm going to get this." And then I just like, because obviously, I don't know any of, and so you tell me all these things you want. And then I look at the size of this room, and I'm just like, how are you fitting more?
yeah, it's a small room.
Where?
This table is like almost in the exact halfway point of the room.
Yeah.
And then I can touch the wall.
Yeah.
So it's a very small room.
I can't, to get in and out from behind here, I can't move my chair.
No, you have to go over the chairs.
Yeah.
To get in and out of here. This is a very small room. And then when we were walking in, because I have 3 box lights in here. There's one there, and one right at the camera. The one that was right at the camera, the tripods like twisted together so that it would work. And then you had to step over the other tripods, because one was right in the doorway. The other one's right over, like, to get in over there. Mm-hmm. So
you just trip and knock over everything.
Yeah, everything. And so I
walking through.
I was looking, and I found these things. They go to the wall, and then the light hooks right up to it. It's so nice. It's so much better.
It is nicer.
Like, and I like the fact that like, when this is over, you guys can see the first couple seconds. You'll see me move a light out of the way, because I didn't realize it was in frame.
Actually, since you've gotten these lights, have you even used the main light? Like when you've been in here?
Not like, well, I left it on during our last episode.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh.
But you can't tell.
Mm.
But, no, yeah, anyway.
Anyways.
These lights are,
but
they
I
put
think
out more light than the main light.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I think that's all of the ones like close encounters I've had with predators. I can think of 2 more that I've had with non-predators.
I mean, I guess it would depend on what you include as a close encounter. Because there was one time that we were, well, there's been twice that I've been camping with my family when I was younger. One time we were just right inside of Wyoming, like just over the border, and we were just camping off the side of the road. It was just part of the road trip that we were on. Pull over, just start camping there. I mean, it was not a camp spot. It was just a wide spot that we could park and put a tent up.
Uh-huh.
And so that's what we did. My dad, huge proponent for the Coleman stoves. Like loves the Coleman stoves. And so we had made breakfast and whatnot, and then we went for a little walk. And by little walk, I mean like we could still see the tent. Turn around and there's a deer licking the bacon grease.
She just like waited for you guys to leave.
Right?
She was like, "You guys gotta hurry up, please. I can smell it."
Yeah, so she's sitting there licking the bacon, and I was young. I was 10, maybe. And so I was like, "Deer!" And I said it quite loudly, and the deer looked up and then continued to lick. My dad's like, "Shut up! There's a deer."
No, mine aren't. So one of them was when I lived in Reno. The only hunt I've been on in Reno, I went with Curtis, and which anyway, that's my stepdad. But he took me out on this once in a lifetime hunt. I pissed off so many people with that tag.
Yeah.
Like people dream of this hunt. First year that I put in for hunts up there, I draw the tag. But
by the way, stick around, guys. We still have a giveaway to do.
Yeah. But we sitting there, we're just watching this opening. It was, I mean, we were kind of talking, but like that's, not same time, not really. And we're sitting there and just do. And then there's just movement off to our side and turn. And there's just this little buck just like watching us. And I'm just all, hello, how you doing? And he just sat there and looked at us for a second, did a couple sniffs, and then just walks off. We were just all, okay.
It's wild to me how close deer will get.
Yeah.
Because or how close you can get to a deer. I've told this story a couple times this year of how I got my deer. They're 45 yards.
Yeah.
Right. I wasn't wearing camo. I've told this story.
Yeah.
If anyone hasn't heard this story, it's somewhere in there. So check out the last few episodes.
I think it's not the last one because it's in the We're Back episode.
Yeah.
Because we talk about all of our hunts from this last year.
So yeah. So yeah, because that's when we had the bad internet, so they couldn't really see anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you can listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, you can get close to animals.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild. Right. And so, but you hear all these people like, oh no, you can't do that. That's why when you're archery hunting, you have to wear all this scent blocker and you have to have the best camo and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know if that's true.
I mean, I definitely think scent can affect anything. Scent affects people.
Right.
Obviously, you're walking around and all of a sudden you smell someone, it kind of smells a little funky. You're not going to go buy them. I'm sure regardless of how well you bathe, you smell funky to an animal.
But I mean,
it's not a common scent that they smell. So I bet, they scent. Yeah, I could see that playing a part. But as far as your clothing and stuff, as long as, I don't know, I don't feel.
Because I know they recognize patterns.
Yeah, so you have a broken up pattern.
But that deer I shot in a bright orange.
We were both wrong.
What's that?
It was not a mountain lion that chased out my dad and them. It was a female with 2 cubs. It was a grizzly.
Oh. We didn't tell that story.
No.
Well, go ahead. Now everybody's...
Oh. I was going to stop because we've been at it now for over an hour. But okay, real quick. Well, this will be our last encounter story and then we'll do the giveaway. When I was really, really little, my dad, it was... my mom, my grandma, my grandpa, my uncle, my dad, we all went up hunting. I believe they were hunting for elk. And us girls all stayed in the truck, guys all got out, walking through trees and fields and whatnot. And they were gone for a while. It had been a little bit. And I was dinking around in the back seat as Nana was driving. My mom was sitting in the passenger. I think Gagey was next to me. I don't believe Sadie had been born yet. And all of a sudden, my dad and Uncle Scott just come hauling out of the trees. And just start the truck, start the truck, start the truck. And so my Nana's fumbling, and she's getting the truck, and we're just all screaming like, what? They didn't even bother getting in the truck. They just pile into the back of the truck and start screaming, go, go, go. And we're all like, where the hell is Papa? Like 3 of you went in, 2 of you are coming out, and you're coming out like this. Where the hell is Papa? And what had happened was while they were in there, they had found some elk tracks, and they had decided to go. And my uncle went up, my dad kind of stayed in the middle, and my papa went towards the base. And so they were just going along. Well, apparently they came across a female grizzly with cubs. And my dad and Scott just turned around and ran back to the truck, and Papa went down to go just down to the road, and then he was going to walk back to the truck. And so Dad just told, they told us just go that way and you'll get Papa. And so we drove, and he wasn't too far away, but yeah. I remember that like clear as day, seeing them just bust out of, hold on. Just seeing them bust out of those trees. Like it was seriously like they had their gun in like one hand, and like the gun is like vertical, and they're just start the truck. We're just like, what?
All right.
Terrible getaway drivers.
Pick one of those 3 numbers.
Middle.
Middle? Okay. So we got the middle.
I don't think we should do so high where we only have this many people.
Well, I'm going to.
Hey, hold on.
So we're going to do the middle number. All right, guys. So we're going to do the giveaway. We're going to do a little number game.
First of all, really quick, I know it says that there are 5 people in here. If you can just comment and let us know that you are listening, we'll give you a couple minutes to comment, see who all is actually here.
2. I'm dead inside. All right.
Same.
Anyway, comment so we know who you are or that you're here. And then we're going to do a number game. So while you're commenting, I'm going to run over how this works. So I'm going to give you guys a number like between blank and blank, right? I'm going to have you guys start guessing numbers. Not right now. Wait until.
So my dad is watching.
Okay.
So
wait until you will get a, we'll tell you when to go, but don't go yet. Right. We have a number that you guys are going to pick. Whoever is the first person that we see to pick the number. Are you watching on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because the comments show up faster on the phone. So first comment, when Stormy sees it, we're going to call out the winner. After that, we'll figure out how to get it to you. But this is for the shaker bottle, and then one of each flavor of the energy and focus, and one of each flavor of the hydration. So anyway, so we're going to start off pretty vague. So it's going to be between 1 and 500.
I said lower with so many people.
Yeah, I will narrow it down if they don't get close.
Oh my hell.
So no, don't go yet.
Just let them go.
All right, go ahead. So between 1 and 500.
Just keep watching.
So
but
type like crazy. But we're going to give you guys, I'll give you 1 minute. And then if we don't get it, then we will narrow it down a little bit. But I see a couple that are.
They're close.
They're skirting it a little. So.
That is faster than my phone.
That is faster than your phone? Okay. So.
I was waiting for somebody to put 420.
Yeah, they're skirting around it. Skirting.
Skirt. I'm such a shit.
Yeah, these are. Also, between the lag of the comments and then the lag of them hearing what we have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Somebody's
See the trend.
somebody's got to do something here. All right, we're gonna narrow it down.
No, they're close.
Yeah, we're gonna go between 200
No,
and 500.
shush. No, they are so close.
200 and 500.
Whatever. I guess they're still within the, yeah, that's the same number almost, except for Fatal. Fatal's
Right.
within up, but
Yeah.
I'm like,
This is so funny.
good job.
There it is,
Good
COVID
job,
got it.
COVID.
It was 308.
You have to show prove it. I don't know if they can even see it on there.
Oh yeah, they can see that. 308. So
All right. So we'll get you the shaker bottle, and then you will get 4 of each. So 4 of the hydration, 4 of the energy and focus. And it's so that's all of like all 4 of the flavors because they come in the same flavors. He did lock in. So we'll figure out a time to get that
Get that
to
out
you that works for you. And
Yeah.
I don't think either party knows where the other one is.
No. Yeah. We'll get that out to you. And then again, if anybody else wants to try it, it's Helm 10 is the coupon code.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody from the last episode ordered something.
Mhm.
I don't know who. But I know you ordered something. So
We do like anything that you guys do to support us, promote us, any of that. Like we can't express like how grateful we are for that.
No. Well, it's more than just the fact that like when you guys buy Squatch Juice, right? That helps us out so we can get new stuff for the podcast.
Yeah.
But it also makes it so that when we're dealing with other companies or when we're dealing even with Squatch Juice, it shows that we're worth working with.
Yeah.
Right. And so like we don't get like for instance for the Invader concepts, right? We aren't getting paid at all.
No.
With these guys.
No.
But I was able to get a coupon code for them that they can use. Right.
Yeah. Well, because our big thing, because we had this discussion even before we started doing any of the partnerships. And it was, if they're going to support and follow us,
Right.
then we are going to give something to them.
Right.
Like whatever it is that we can get, it's something.
Well, because we had the opportunity with Squatch Juice.
Yeah.
We had the opportunity, guys, with Squatch Juice that if you ordered, you guys didn't get a discount. Right.
I feel that too.
But we had that opportunity to be like, you know what, if you guys are going to buy it just to buy it to support us, we appreciate that. But we're giving you guys, a discount off of it because you guys are supporting us. And so we appreciate that. I don't know why, I'm looking over here because this is where the screen is for us. So I need to move it over here so I can look at you guys while I'm looking at the screen.
That's no different than how when you first had it going on
Yeah, I had it
there,
up here.
talking, I'd be like, oh yeah, I get it. You'd be like, come over there. And I'm like, that's right.
Yeah. So, but no, the other thing that I wanted to bring up to you guys too is we're not going to bring up products that we don't trust or enjoy.
Yeah.
Right. So that's probably why there's a very good chance we will never have a TikTok shop.
No.
Right. Because it's all counterfeit garbage. It's just crap.
Yeah.
Right. We're not going to do a TikTok shop because we want to give you guys something you're going to truly enjoy.
That's actually good.
It's actually good. And we want you guys to understand that it's not because we want to just sell you guys stuff and make money. We want you guys to have good products. Right?
Well, and because especially too, obviously with a squad, is different, but with most of our stuff, a lot of it is going to be hunting or survival stuff. Mm-hmm. And that is not stuff that you want to have fail you.
No.
Like that, those are situations that you can be in where it is life or death.
Mm-hmm.
And so you need to know that the stuff that you carry, you can rely
absolutely
on.
rely on. Yeah.
And so, yeah, anything that we're like, oh, hey, like, you know, this stuff works, or, you know, yada, yada, like, we really like this. Like, we honestly have gone out and we have tested a bunch of crap because we're mainly just because we're curious. Because we're like, well, how does it work? Let's test this. And because, but it also falls like,
Thanks for coming,
for
Fatal.
us.
We appreciate it.
And,
Couldn't go make bad decisions with both. Nice.
I like it. But yeah, so we can make sure that the products are good.
Yeah. And like, if you notice, like we're always talking about Tops Knives and stuff, right? Obviously, I have a relationship with Tops Knives. Another thing that I do want to make very clear, even though there's only 5 of you here, I want to make this clear. Anything that has to do with this podcast, right, does not affect anything that has to do with my full-time job or anything like that.
Right.
Right. If I'm doing it here, it's because of here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We keep everything very separate.
Everything's separate. So anything that I'm, you know, showing you guys or we're using, anything like that, like obviously, like I'm very partial to Tops Knives, and they're always going to have a spot here. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I wouldn't expect any of the other companies that we work with to want to work with another company that we work with.
No.
Right. I don't want any companies to be like, oh, you work with Squatch Juice. Hey, like, get me in with them. I don't want that.
No.
It's not going to happen. I'm not going to be the one that's going to introduce companies together.
No.
Right. What
We're
I will
not an
do,
in.
I'm not an in for another company.
No.
Right. But what I am is an in for the 4 listeners we have.
Actually 3, because I have so long.
Yeah. I'm an in for you guys, but I'm not an in for another company.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I have to make that clear. Apparently I didn't make it clear enough to begin with. So it's clear now. Nothing here has to do with anything else.
Right.
This is all separate from everything else.
This is all personal relationships that we have built outside of on our own time.
Yes.
You know, being at home, sending emails, doing video calls, doing
yes,
whatever else that we have to do.
Right. And like, unfortunately, that did cause us to have to lose one.
But hopefully only temporarily, though.
Hopefully temporarily, but we did have to lose one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, but like I said, like, I don't want anyone to be misconstrued to think that I'm doing this because one company is working with another company or anything like that, or because I'm working with them, so I'm going to push them with another company. That's not going to happen.
Right.
Right. So, like, you can look at this and be like, well, Invader Concepts has this blade lock, right? And you put a Tops knife on there. Do they work together? No. Like, Invader Concepts makes a blade lock and Tops Knives makes knives. So I put them together. Right. You know, and like on their website, they have a Tops knife on their blade lock. The rest of them are Montana Knife Company because they're both Montana companies.
Right. So,
but like, just so everyone's aware, they are separate. I had to get that out.
All right. Well, now that it's been an hour and a half of y'all listening to.
No, they've only been here for an hour and 15 minutes.
It was not that long for them to get on. You're such a shit.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. You guys have a good night. Thank you for joining and listening. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yes. So we appreciate you guys. Every time you guys show up, it means a lot to us. So the support they show is incredible. So anyway, as always, guys, aim slow and shoot fast.
Good night.